said 10 minutes, but I see people still working through it, so I'm gonna give you another 5 minutes. Three more minutes. All right, pencils down, eyes up. Okay. Now, I want you to log onto exit ticket. I'm going to post up the code one more time. Once you are done taking this poll, please tilt the screen over home so I know that you're ready to move on. once you're done choosing your commentary, flip the screen of your Chrome. All right, and close your Chromes or flip the screens of your Chrome in 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, so I would like you to share with your partners what commentary did you choose and was the best and why. Okay.
That one actually has what I recommended. It says complicated and then it also has like the talks about
Alright, and I'm on me in 3, 2, 1. Okay, before I show you the results, I want you to know that you have to stand your ground. No matter if there is 99% of people said it was one answer and 1% of the person said it was the other, I want you to stand your ground, okay? Don't be swayed by the majority, because most of the time the majority is wrong. Or maybe they're right. But even if you're wrong, I want you to stand your ground and own up to what answer you chose, okay? So, the poll says 64%, don't mind this part, it's kind of messy because it's long, but 64% said commentary A was the right answer, and 36% said B. So I want to hear from two sides. Someone to argue for commentary A and someone to argue for commentary B. Can I get volunteers before I call them? I've heard from you, Frida, but thank you. Noemi, what commentary did you choose? A. Please, what commentary? A. Did anyone choose commentary B that's willing to participate? Commentary B? Okay. All right. So, Luis, please, I'm going to go back to the actual commentary so everyone can see it. Can you please tell us why you chose commentary A?
Sorry, the checklist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for
And
the-
everyone's tracking right now? Stay awake, stay focused.
For the first one, if it explains the evidence with like commentary, I put that commentary A explain the evidence well when it says this is connotation because although the literal meaning of sleepwalking is to walk in your sleep, the phrase also invokes the feeling of being lost but finding yourself in your dreams. I chose this because it shows like it doesn't just mean sleepwalking, it means something else for the writer. And it's like, it tries to define it and like tries to show the audience what it really means.
Okay. So I heard you go through one of the questions. Does it explain the evidence, right? Does it explain the evidence? Go through the next question.
I put that commentary A correctly draws a logical connection between the evidence and claim when it states this demonstrates how words like sleepwalking are a form of his expression and his only way to find hope in dark times. It shows like the thesis, the claim, because the claim of the paragraph is that you can be happy while also being dark, and hope is kind of being happy, because you always have like hope that you always like, I don't know, I think it ties up with happy.
Okay. And does it effectively prove that the evidence supports the thesis?
Yes, it does, because commentary A effectively proves that the evidence supports the thesis when it states, and I use the same quote, which is, this demonstrates how words like sleepwalking are a form of his expression and his only way to find hope in dark times, because the thesis is you have hope when you're through dark times.
All right. 2. Omar, please go through the three questions very, very quickly but thoroughly.
So commentary A explains the evidence role when it says skies uses this and other such positive words in songs in order to signify how he copes with such heaviness as impression and manages to find hope in dark situations, because that shows how the words have a different meaning besides their literal meaning. And it explains how he still manages to find a happy place when he's going through a really tough situation. And commentary 3 clearly draws a logical connection between the evidence and claim and states. Guys further suggests that they use the words sleepwalking in particular when he does really dream happiness, it almost real unrealistic to the point where he believes that true happiness lies only in his experiences. Like, it's showing how he still finds, like, it relates to the topic sentence because he still finds hope, he still finds dreams, even though it's not like fixing a dream, that he still finds a happy place.
All right, give them both 2. Now that you're hearing someone's argument, you're hearing both sides. You've heard your partner's side, right? I want you to go back to exit ticket and re-poll. It will be available in 0.1 second. Okay, it should be available now. Please go ahead and re-poll. Once you are done, tilt the screen of your phone. All right, until the screens are from 3, 2, 1. Okay. And the new poll says, drum roll, wake up, wake up, wake up. I didn't see everyone drum roll. It's big. Well, I didn't say that those were the right answers. I said we're going to see what the poll says, right? The poll says 79% of people said it was A. Don't mind this. This is a mess. Mind this. 79% of people said it was A. 17% of people said it was B. Now, drum roll for the right answer. The correct answer is B. What? It is B. Now listen. The correct answer is B because of several reasons. Now, this is where a lot of you get stuck because of maybe the length of a commentary, or maybe the fact that it seems like it's really supporting the evidence, but if you read closely and really read closely, you'll see that it's not. Let me answer why. Go ahead and turn to the back of your packet to write down these key points. In commentary A, it says that this is connotation because although the literal meaning of sleepwalking is to walk around in your sleep, the phrase invokes the feeling of being lost or finding yourself in your dreams. Now, first of all, connotation. Can anyone tell me the definition of connotation? What is the definition of connotation? Hoover.
It's supposed to be like a word that gives a positive, negative, or neutral effect.
Okay, it invokes a positive, neutral, and negative effect, but can you explain a little bit more? Allie, can you add on to that definition? Okay, so connotation is the feeling that a word or a phrase invokes. A feeling that a word or phrase invokes. If you notice that in this author's interpretation, they're not talking specifically about what feeling the word sleepwalking brings up, right? It doesn't say if it's a positive, neutral, or negative effect. In reality, it talks about how it's not a literal meaning. If anything, that would be considered figurative language, not connotation, right? It also says, Sykes uses this diction to signify his dealing with depression and can't find hope in his life. However, he does this by almost, it feel almost unrealistic, so he believes that his happiness lies in the epitome of his dreams. When people deal with depression like Sykes, they have to find something that makes them happy. Now, this sentence right here, when people deal with depression like Sykes, they have to find something that makes them happy. Is this relevant to the overall claim right now? Is it relevant to our topic sentence? Is it a claim that we can say without citing? Do we know this inherently? No. This is a claim that would be considered plagiarism. You would have to cite something like this because it's not coming out of your own studies, right? Of course, it seems like the obvious statement, like when someone is depressed, they have to find something that makes them happy. But in reality, it's an opinion rather than directly supporting the topic sentence in the evidence. Now, Sykes uses distinction and connotation as a way of conveying his feelings like a true artist. In 2014 interview, Sykes stated in his reference, "When I feel lost, I find myself in my music." This demonstrates how words like sleepwalking are a form of expression and his only way to find hope in dark times. Now, one of the other key factors of why the commentary A is not the answer is because they don't necessarily go back to the song. It's not directly referencing and interpreting the song meaning or the song's overall message and theme, right? It's talking more about sleepwalking, and it's taking you on tangents about how depressed people need to find something that makes them happy. In reality, even though this seems logical, it takes you into different tangents. It's not an effective commentary. Okay? Now, in this flip side, I want to see everyone sitting up and taking these notes. I will be grading this. Okay. On the flip side, in commentary B, it says, the phrase sleepwalking invokes a feeling of peaceful detachment or disconnectedness from the pain of living. Now that is a correct interpretation of connotation. Now, connotation is basically the feeling that a word or diction invokes, right? The author's intentionally writing this word to portray a feeling, right? And then this author says that it invokes a feeling of peaceful detachment or disconnectedness from the pain of living. Thus, it is a word carrying